Well, you'll see some video here. They're transforming the city into its own museum campus of sorts, not limited to walls, and also teaching Chicago history, a lot of untold stories through these kind of pop-up and often inflatable, movable monuments that are really accessible to those who live all over the city, no matter your neighborhood, no matter the boundaries that are set. That's part of what the Floating Museum does, and their latest monument debuts this weekend. So I'm really excited to have us joining us live on the show, Fahim Majid and Andrew Shackman, two of the four directors of the Floating Museum. Good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
So we saw a little bit of video, but for those who are just learning about the Floating Museum, tell us a little bit more about your mission to bring art to these public spaces.
Yes, we're about 10 years old, and Floating Museum thinks of the city as the museum, the neighborhoods as the galleries, and the citizens as the cultural producers. We often think about doing with and not for. So we've been doing that about 10 years now.
And Andrew, I know that for a lot of people, this is an opportunity for them to see the art, maybe in their neighborhood or a place that they might go with their family. And it's been so fun to talk about where these monuments have gone over the years.
Yeah, we've popped up around the Green Line. We've popped up in, you showed some video, DuSable Park. They're drifting monuments that can engage lots of constituents around the city of Chicago. So they're not in a fixed place. They pop up in 25 minutes and come down in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we were just looking at, not this one, but the last video was Founders, which I did a story with you guys about. Amazing to learn the history of our founding here in Chicago. Let's talk about your latest monument. It's for Mecca. It's debuting this weekend. And I understand it's an ode to the Mecca Flats, which I hadn't heard of before you told me about it. What are the Mecca Flats? Why do you want people to know about them?
The Mecca Flats was a building built initially for the World's Columbian Exposition, but became a really important cultural center in Bronzeville. Lots of people, famous people slept there who produced and invented a lot of American and international culture. And that building was replaced by what's now IIT's Crown Hall.
Wow. And so is it my understanding that this was a segregated hotel during the World's Fair as well here in Chicago?
It was an open hotel, but over time, as Bronzeville became segregated, the hotel also followed.
All right, and Mecca is going to be installed at the site of the original building, so that location is really important, right?
Yeah, well, the building actually was collapsed underneath Crown Hall into its own foundation. So the opening of this, or launch of the inflatable, is on that site. Basically, there's like an archaeology of the recent past right under your feet.
And Fahim, why this? I mean, there's so many things to tell about Chicago's history. Why did you guys choose Mecca Flats and for Mecca as the monument?
I think our previous monuments, one has been kind of portraiture, the other one has been about colonial agriculture, and it just made a lot of sense for us to think about architecture. We just recently curated the Chicago Architecture Biennial, and we came right out of that. And we heard about this story, Andrew used to teach there. It just really excited us to think about what happens if a building were able to come back and capture the stories of the people who lived in it as well. So it's just, yeah, it just made a lot of sense for us, and it's been great kind of learning as we go along. We brought on a lead archivist, Skylar Hearn, who's also building an archive as well, and leading us along the way. So there's a lot of layers to this, and we're excited to get it out there in the world.
And lastly, the monument, it's inflatable, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be able to move to sites across Chicago and I'm sure beyond. What can people expect from Mecca's debut this weekend, August 9th at Crown Hall at IIT, and just if they go to another site that you guys move to?
Yeah, so join us this coming Saturday, August 9th at 1:30. It's going to be quite our other co-director, Avery R. Young, Chicago's poet laureate, is going to be leading us in this amazing ceremony of kind of rebirth and a kind of almost like a barn raising. We're going to inflate together. There's going to be music and performance and food. And we just invite people to come out and see the launch of this thing. And then it'll go away. And then next summer, we have a very robust schedule where it'll be moving around the city. So.
All right, awesome. Well, we'll make sure to link all the information on our website. But for now, Fahim and Andrew, two of the four co-directors of Floating Museum, thank you guys for joining us again. Great to share what you're doing.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
Take care, and we'll be right back.